Hi, everybody. Nobody's in the room yet, but I imagine that on here tonight, there have been flood watches announced for the past few hours. Hi, whoever is here. Oh, hi, how are you? How are you doing? It's uh, it's been a crazy, crazy day today. Hot as bloody blazes until it finally started to rain. Hi, Myra. So yeah, it's been one of those days. Hi, Melissa. Glad you were able to join us. Nice to see everybody who's gotten here. I'm telling you, it was so crazy today. Well, I, hi, Ange. Wait a minute. Weren't you going to your brother-in-law? Or is that yet to come? Um, it's been really, I'm so busy lately. Oh, you're leaving Friday. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten. That's right. I knew I'd had one more time that you could join us before you went on holiday. So, yes. Is that amazing or what? I actually meant to memorialize it, but I'm going to do a separate video just about that and about all the things I have to be grateful for in this year that has gone by. It's hard to believe. And the difference, and once again I keep saying it over and over and over again, and I know some people get tired of hearing me say it, but the physical therapy aspect of my journey has been so good for me on so many levels, and I have to laugh. Yes, exactly, thanks. I have to laugh as I say it because there was nobody less inclined to work out at a gym than yours truly. Interesting. It's World Emoji Day, in case anybody didn't know. Just, it was months before I could go home. It was. I was out of my home for just about or just over 2 months. And then I had that whole recuperation period that, I mean, it's a funny thing. When they talk about how time heals all wounds, time really does heal if you allow it to, if you use the time and allow it to take away the raw feelings that you have when you're going through something really traumatic. So yeah, and it was funny because I wound up going to the doctor today. I was not feeling well for days, and I didn't know what was wrong with me, and I really felt as if it came from all the stress that I was having because there was an intensive period of 3 days of terrible stress. So I figured it was that, but when I wasn't feeling well, I said, let me play safe, let me go to the doctor. So I had called my internist. My internist was on vacation. They told me I could come in the end of August. That was not going to work. To make a long story short, I wound up calling my cardiologist's office. They were going to give me an appointment the middle of August. And I said, no, I really need to come in sooner. So if anybody cancels, let me know. And they did. And today was a cancellation. So I managed to go in and saw him. Well, the heat today was really enervating under the best of circumstances. It was brutally hot. It was thick. It was like soup. It was amazing. So I was going to go to the doctor, and one of the guys who knew that I was not feeling well, um, Tom actually, had said to me last night, he said, I can go with you. Would you like me to go with you? And I thought, oh my God, that was such a sweet thing to say. and I told him I would let him know this morning, but as it turns out, I went myself. And I I did feel weak. I did feel, crummy. But again, yesterday was a very hot day, and I was outdoors yesterday for a long time. Another long story. And we went, so I went to see the doctor, and for the first time ever, he kept me waiting about a half hour, but he had a new colleague that he was kind of taking around with him to go over things, and he also was training medical students. So it was a little bit different today. But my tests went very well. He told me my EKG was the best I've had in a long time. They did an echo, and he said that the echo was perfect. And he said to me, and you look better than you've ever looked. So it really made me feel good. I have to wait for the blood work to see about that. But aside from that, it was good news. So I was happy about that. I decided to make a stop on the way home because there was one small thing I wanted to pick up at Home Goods for my online stuff, and they didn't have it. So, but it was just walking from the car to the store and back again was unbelievable. People people who were also walking there, they would sort of look at you and say, "It's hot." And I have to laugh because exactly. I didn't want to take any chances, Ange, because with my history, I certainly don't want to be overlooking anything. And of course, this is just one aspect of it. I'm not going back for the other thing until September. And when I came in, I have to tell you, I adore the my cardiologist's PA. She is wonderful. She's so smart, and I just absolutely trust her. And I've known her now for, I guess, 11 years. And I'm hearing the rain. It's pouring out there. So I really felt very good. She told me that they got the reports from my scans and that everything was good and everything was clear. So that was good. And it was really funny when the cardiologist came in to talk to me. He said to me, he said, everything is absolutely terrific. He said, I'm so happy. And he said, the last time, he said, you were messed up. Yes, indeed, I was messed up. So I'm very happy to report that I am no longer messed up. So it was a good day in that regard, and lots of other things. Again, I'm going to do a separate video about all the things that this year has taught me. But exactly, to use the medical term. So it was a good day in the end, and then I had to go to the office and I had to print out some labels because I sold a couple of things. And I also had to laugh because one of the items that I sold, I cannot locate. I put it away, but I cannot find it. I am hoping tomorrow morning I find it because it really needs to go out. So, as I say, really, really busy. I have been going out quite a bit. And I have to tell you, for anybody who is feeling down or feeling as if life is difficult, or if you're dwelling on some of the tough stuff that you have to deal with, going out can be really helpful because it gives you a chance to relate to the world in a different way and to be, even if you don't feel as if your life is normal, in quotes, or you don't feel as if your life is headed in the right direction at the moment. And clearly, this is for those people who are not in relationships. But if you go out and allow yourself just to relax and enjoy the time, that period of time, it makes a huge difference. It has made a huge difference for me. I'm so grateful that I followed my instincts and decided to do this. And again, it really matters less now about where it winds up than where it is and what it's doing right now. It's a gift. It really is a gift, and I'm grateful for it. And I've met some really nice people, really nice, decent human beings, and yeah, it's been a good thing. Hi, Patty. What's up? Just busy, everything, just kind of catching up and reflecting a little bit on what's been going on. You can catch up with the earlier part. You only missed less than 11 minutes, so it's not a big deal. So, is there anything specific that anybody wants to talk about? Anything that you want to chat about? Yes, I am healthy. My doctor is very pleased with the way that I'm doing. So I know we were talking a little bit about whether or not to have topics that we talk about on these, these late night night owl sessions that we have. And I think it would be a good idea, not exclusively to do that, but to have it as part of the package so that we're not constantly going over the same stuff over and over and over again. So if that appeals to any of you, let me know. And I don't know. I think I may have missed something. I'm not sure. But you're dreading the break? Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I think it would be fun. And I think we just need to pick out something that appeals to the group, or, somebody makes suggestions. Hi, Pat. Nice to have me. So, yes, absolutely. I don't know if there's still time, but if there is, yes. Yeah, no, thank goodness. I mean, yeah, it's good that there are some things. I think sometimes the truth is that we need to get out of our own way, and I think it's hard to see sometimes. When you're going through tough things in life, it's hard to see past the moment, but I kept saying to myself, there is a reason for this, and the reason I'm meant to go down a different path. I know that I am, and the question is where the path will take me. But I always think of that woman who told me many, many, many years ago. At the time, she said to me, "Your life is going to change for the better." And she said, "And you are very resistant to change. And if you do not change, life will do it for you." And I think about that often. I'm speaking to Tom, and I am speaking to Paul. And Brian tried to reach me but didn't. And unfortunately, my messages at home are not, you can't leave a message on my phone at home. I have to, it's all filled up. So, yeah, Paul is the one that that's what I call him, is the one that I've been going out with. And he's very nice. It's interesting because they're nice guys, each in different ways, and everybody has all their life experience. Wasn't that nice? Offering to go to the doctor with me. I thought that really was, and he insisted that I call him this morning to see if I was feeling well enough to go alone, and I was grateful for that. So I did. I have to tell you, I am not a morning person. I have never been a morning person. I used to have to be years ago when I had a traditional job and I needed to get up early and travel to work, whatever it was and wherever that was. But since I've been in real estate, I didn't have to go that early. And the older I get, I don't know about you, but the older I get, the longer it takes me to get my act together. Right. So it's not easy to get started in the morning, but I knew I had to get up early today because I know. I do that very often myself, Ange. I stay up very late. I don't mean to, but I do. So I am, yeah, mornings are definitely not my shining hours. I did go to the pool party, and I did actually, it was in a lovely place. It was hotter than bloody blue blazes. I did. Yeah. I think it's just easier to stay up late. Let me see. I think I had a picture of the place. Let me see. I don't know if it's on this phone. Uh, yeah. I actually took a picture of, yeah, this was where they had the pool party. It was a lovely development in Suffolk County, which is not too far from here. And when we got there, it was so hot. And we were meeting a couple of his friends there. And we were going to, there was a buffet, lunch buffet, and there was the pool. So we waited. First of all, when we got in there, I told him they had to let us in because it's a gated community. So when he went in, he decided to go directly to the clubhouse. I said, "You're making a mistake." I said, "Your friend is going to be waiting at his house for you. I know it." And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. So we wound up getting delayed, and we wound up having to sit and wait in the heat for quite a while for the first friend to show up. And then we were waiting for the second friend to show up. So we sat at that point in the clubhouse in the air conditioning, which was nice, but I was starved. So I could see the room with the food and the tables, but there was nothing that I could do about it. So eventually we did get in there, and I ate twice. I actually went back twice. So it was good. Then we sat at the pool for a while. I had brought a bathing suit, but nobody else was going in the pool from our group. So I decided that it would be silly for me to do it. So I never changed into my bathing suit. But we stayed around the pool for a while, and then we came back. And then he asked me if I wanted to go to the movies. And I said, I told him to let me think about it. But we were there for probably 4 to 5 hours, and it was hot. By the time I got home, I was really, really tired. So I told him, I said, let's go to the movies another time. So I'm gonna be doing that on Saturday night. We're going out Saturday night, so that will be nice. It was a really long time to be in the heat, and maybe that's why I didn't feel so great today. It's very possible. And I really was not hydrating enough. So it does. It really takes my energy too. It's not an easy thing to do, and I laugh because here I am asking, should I move to Arizona? Should I move to Florida? And 3 days in intense heat here, and I'm done. I feel cooked. There's something wrong with the light here today. I don't know what it is. It's screwy. Let me turn this off. Oh, that's better. Yeah, it was kind of pulling the light from the front. Um, so yeah, but all of the time that I spend thinking of other things and other people and being involved in things outside of myself has been a really, really good thing for me. So I think I think it's a good way to go when you are too much into yourself. And I think it's easy to do when you get depressed about anything. It can be a change in your life that you didn't choose. It can be something coming up that makes you uncomfortable or fearful or whatever. And sometimes you just need to step outside of yourself. If you have people around you, if you have a wonderful support system, it's a gift. But if you don't, you really need to do something to find a support system somewhere. So it was funny. Funny little aside. Linda had said to me at one point, because with all of this going out, she said, if any of them have friends, let me know. So the funny thing is, when we were there yesterday, his friend said to me at one point, do you have any friends? So I told him about Linda, and then I told Linda about him, and then she got gun shy. So she's not sure she's ready to do that. But I told her that I have his phone number if she wants to call him, and if she wants to see if she has any interest there. And I said, now this is an old term. I said we could double. Remember those days? It's been a long time since I've had a double date, but it's nice. And it's nice to look forward to somebody calling you, even if it's just a friend, to have somebody to talk to when you're feeling more shut off from the world. So all of that is good stuff. So, does anybody, yes, yeah. And again, I mean, when you have that significant other, that's the best of all, of course, the double date, right? So it would just be fun for me because it would be different, and it's been such a long time since I've done anything that smacks of normalcy to me, and I love it. I have to tell you, getting back to the physical therapy again and like going to the gym, I really see a big difference in the way I feel when I'm walking or doing most things because I feel more secure. Clearly, I know my limitations most of the time. I forget occasionally for a moment or two, but I know my limitations, but it's made a huge difference. And I want to continue to do this as long as I can. Yes, I think it would be good. I also think she's feeling a lot better. Well, she's definitely feeling better. I hear it in her voice when I talk to her. So she's dealing with her own depression a lot better, and she's doing definitely doing better. So I'm happy about that. Oh, I wanted to tell you also, I had said to the doctor today, I said, I really think my biggest problem is the having to deal with anxiety when you are going through a really tense time in your life for whatever reason. And I even said to Linda yesterday before I left, I said, I'm a little afraid to go to this thing because I was feeling shaky. And I said, what if I have a panic attack in the car? And the funny thing is, oh, good. Oh, good. I think that's a great idea. And if you think of anything, please feel free to contribute, make suggestions, because I want it to be things that you all want to talk about. So I think that'll be fun for us. And it'll be much more integrated so that everybody can be involved in the conversation. And I know, excuse me, we've had that and it has been fun for us. I have a tickle. By the way, I polished my nails for the first time probably in a year and a half. No, at least over a year anyway, I think since before the hospital. So it was interesting, but I said I couldn't stand it anymore. So yeah, I'm really happy to have that. It just felt good to feel a semblance of normal, normalcy in whatever way. Aw. So yeah, it's all good. And I know I was saying something, was it about Linda? Because I don't think I finished that. And I know, yes, I do get distracted. For those of you who get distracted by my distraction, my apologies. But I always come on really late too. Oh, thank you so much, Melissa. That's what it was. It was about the anxiety. So I had said what I would, cute Ange. I said what I would like to do is I would like to get something for when the anxiety gets so bad that I have a tickle, that I feel as if I can't deal with it. My stomach is jumping, and it takes all this. This started suddenly. I have no idea. So I said I'd like to do something, and he said, first his PA had said to me, Christina is her name. She had said to me, "Oh, I'm sure he'll be happy to give you a prescription, because he knows I'm not a pill taker, and it takes a hell of a lot for me to take something." So he said that he would give me Xanax. He said he would give me a few pills. So I said, if he's going to give me a few pills, I said, no, no, no. I said, give me like some normal number of pills. Because my next appointment with him, barring anything unforeseen, he told me to come back in 6 months. I said, knowing me, I can tell you, because he said he would give me 30, and that's fine. That's going to be way more than I need. And he said that, just take it as an emergency, as not an emergency, but, don't take it as a regular thing. And I said, of course I won't. And then he said to me, but why would you want to do that at all? Why don't you just take valerian? He said they sell it in the pharmacy over the counter. He said it's natural. And, why don't you just do that instead? I said, I had heard of valerian, but I wasn't 100% clear on what it was that I had heard about it. So I'm going to definitely Google it, unless any of you has any experience with it or knowledge of it. You can certainly tell me about it. But I think that anything natural certainly is probably a better choice if it's an option. So we'll see. But I think just knowing that I have it, in case it gets really bad, will make me feel better. As I said, I've taken the thing twice, the day of the surgery and the day of my MRI. But aside from that, not not at all. So it's valerian. I think it's Valerian. I could be wrong though. He did write it down for me on a script, and I have it in my handbag, but I didn't take it out to look at again. And I love this guy anyway. He's a caring person, and he never makes me feel, except today, he never makes me feel as if he doesn't have time. Oh, really? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I haven't dealt with anxiety really for many, many, many years, except for that short period of time when I was redoing the bathroom and I had that panic attack in the car. But this has been a real struggle, as you all know, between everything that happened last year and everything that's happened since it. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I will definitely check that out. And as I say, there was something about knowing that you have a solution. Valerian root. That's right. That's what I had heard. Valerian tea. Really? Oh, that sounds good. It can cause stomach upset. Oh, wonderful. Just what I need. Oh, I have to tell you, what I did do when I was concerned about having a panic attack, I said, you know something? I'm going to make myself a cup of chamomile tea. I don't have chamomile tea often. I have it very infrequently. But the few times that I've had it really does something. I don't know how. I don't know what makes it work, but it really does make a difference. The tea is nice? Oh, that's something I'll definitely look to see if there is any. Do you have to buy it in a special place, do you know? Or is that something they would have in the supermarket with the specialty teas? Because I definitely would check that. As I say, I could not believe after I made a big cup of the chamomile tea. I only drank about half of it, but it was, yes, it was really, really soothing. By the time he came to pick me up, I felt fine, and I knew that I was going to be fine, and that was okay. I just didn't want to embarrass myself. Some other herbal teas. Yeah, chamomile was wonderful. I used up my last tea bag. I had bought, I think it's Celestial Seasonings. Could it be? They have a sampler pack, and I had bought that, and it had a number of the different teas, and chamomile was one of them. But I've used up all of the tea bags, so I'm going to go buy another pack of them and a box of it, whatever. And it's good to have it in the house. So at least I know there are things that I can do to mitigate the circumstances and the feelings that I'm having. So that is all good. On a positive note, on my stuff that I'm doing, kava kava. Okay, I'm not familiar with that either. You can get valerian on Amazon. The tea or the capsules? What are you referring to? Because I definitely would give it a try. And both? Okay. Actually, I have to order a couple of things. Linda had asked me to order this thing for her that I was dying to get myself, but I'm happy she's going to get it. It's I forgot what it's called, but it works on the face to kind of tone everything, and it got really good reviews, this thing, and it supposedly does work. So I'm glad that she's going to do it. Kava Kava is bitter. I don't like bitter. Oh, I bet it's David calling me. Just 1 minute. It is David. I'm going to just bear with me for just a minute, and I'm going to message him and just tell him I'm going to call him back. Okay. No, it's okay. I'm going to see if he responds that I can call him back. He's on his way. He was supposed to be flying up to Seattle tonight, but he's driving. That is. No, it wasn't New Face. I can tell you what it. Oh, he puts lots of honey in it. Okay. I was just having the camera. Oh, good. Yeah, he can talk. So I can stay on for about another 10 minutes, and then I will call him back. Although I have to tell you. Oh, you couldn't find. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me tell you what that thing is on Amazon. It's really got good reviews, and while she's using it, I may ask, because all it is the machine. It does have something to activate it, I guess. So I may ask her if I can try it um, when I go over to her house at some point. But I guess unless you do it religiously, it's not going to necessarily work. Let me take a look, because it was something that I thought was really worthwhile. So bear with me for a minute. Oh, this is not. Kava Kava can cause liver damage and death? Okay. All right. I'll skip that one. Maybe I should stick with my chamomile. Chamomile works. Okay. Just 1 minute. Let me. I had put it in my basket. Oh, I have to sign in. What the heck is my sign in for it? I don't even remember. I don't remember my sign in. All right, I won't sign in. Let me, oh, I can't look it up without signing in. I'll tell it to you the next time, or I will put it in, well, I'll tell you the next time, and I will put it in the comments. I'll post it on the Night Owls page so that you can see that as well. Does anybody, chewable GABA, go to Trader Joe's? I go to Trader Joe's. I know. With all of the user IDs and passwords, and I forget which is which, it's getting harder and harder because I have so many different ones, and my brain is revolting. It is revolting. It's used for insomnia. I have to tell you, I do. There are times. Yeah, right. I mean, the doctor did suggest that I try the valerian. He said that that was a good option. But then again, I don't race to do anything anyways, you all know. So I'm glad I'll have something that I can use if I need it. Oh yeah, let me know how that works for you. I know a lot of people do suggest that, and they say it's a good thing. I think Lauren and who else? There was somebody else here who was using it or trying it or something. I think, yeah, I know Linda always suggests all that stuff, but that's not something that I have really done. What? Oh, I think it was Denise. I think you're right. And Sheila, your husband has an artificial. Oh, really? Oh, that's great, Melody. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think anything that works that doesn't harm you and, is not deleterious to your health is a good thing because I think that stress, and especially elevated stress levels that are intense or go on for a long period of time, are going to hurt you more than most other things because it is not good for the body. I mean, all the chemicals the body produces, when that happens, it's not good. Oh, that's funny. I forgot to take the thing off. Isn't that hilarious? Wow. It's a funny thing, those phlebotomists. Oh my, yeah, she didn't do such a great job. Ow. It hurt when she drew the blood. Yeah, usually there's a tiny little spot, if anything. But yeah, and I've got a lump there where she drew the blood. The gummies are excellent. Yeah, I mean, there are so many different ways to attack the things that attack us, the difficulties. Well, I mean, I always wanted, as you know, I mean, that is something that always appeals to me, talking about having dark chocolate. Yeah. Oh, I have to tell you, I did break down today. The exercise helps so much. I did break down today and I went and got my Peter Thomas Roth water drench. I have been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. If I tell you that now I've had the one that I had for about a year and a half. But of course, part of that was due to the fact that I was not using it for the couple of months that I was away. And when I first came back, my skincare was not on the top of my list. But at least it lasts for a minimum of a year. It's from Sephora. Oh, okay. So I had, Oh, okay. I'll take a look and see if I can find Marlene's video. And but I did get that. Now it's expensive, the water drench, and it was not on sale. And they do run sales there, but I am the jar has the tiniest little bit at the bottom. Really? Let me know how that works. But for me, I mean, I'm thrilled with the way my skin looks, considering everything I've been through. And, considering the fact that I'm no spring chicken, I'm I'm really, really happy with what this does for my face. It's funny, their specialist there for Peter Thomas Roth was trying to sell me on some of his other products, and I said, no, I'm really happy with all the other stuff that I'm using as well. But I did buy it, and it was $52. But I said to her, I have an Ulta credit card. So I said, do I have any rewards? And she looked it up. I got $20 off. So I was so happy. It really was good. So it turned out to be a great thing. And now I know it should last me another year or more. And it was the one thing I really felt that I needed to do for myself because I don't want to lose everything that I've gained from this. So it was it was really good. And I went back to my car and I said, yes, I mean, how good is that? So it was great. Another thing that I started to say on a positive note is that I was able to, I got a few more sales on Poshmark, my Poshmark closet, and I got my first sale on Mercari. So that was nice too. And I'm getting a lot more people looking and a lot more likes. So that was really, it made me feel so much better. I mean, it's a tiny little business at this point, but it gives me hope that maybe something positive can come of it, and that I can take a breath. So it would be really nice to take a breath. Yeah. So that was very exciting. So yeah, and one of the items was my Italian leather bag. I love that bag. I really love it. I was so happy that somebody got it because I think they're going to fall in love with it. There's something sensuous about it. The leather is incredible. It's wonderful. So I'm happy to share the experience of it, and it's a good thing. So nice, nice. So I'm delighted with the positive things that are happening. I'm not going to focus on the negative stuff until I absolutely must. And I will just take it a day at a time and try to live these days um, one by one and hopefully watch it get better. So that is my goal. Yeah, that's a really funny thing because that's what my doctor said today. And he said to me, "You look great." He said, "You really look great." The water drench is it's a moisturizer. It's the most unbelievable moisturizer. I have tried so many. There is nothing else like this. You take a tiny little bit of it on the tip of your finger, and oh, thanks, Ange. And you just apply it. I wish I had the thing here that I could show you, but it's like it melts on your skin. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's melting into your skin, and it's an incredible product. It absolutely is. No matter what else I've tried, when companies have sent me products, and I do have another whole thing of products that a company had sent me, and I haven't done the review on it yet. So I want to do that in a video as well. And I do apologize because I have 3 videos that I've done, but I haven't done all of the editing of it, one of the issues was I stupidly did most of it. I did most of it on one phone, and then I did one small piece of it on another phone, and I can't send it from one phone to the other. I can't email it. The file is too big. So I have to figure out how to make that work. So, but yeah, so it's all good. I am not going to complain about anything at this point. On that note, I think forgive me if I go watch me call David back and he won't have time to talk. What I had said though was that he was going to be flying up to Seattle. Seattle from where he is, it's an 18 copy and paste. I don't think you can copy and paste a video, can you? Not that I'm aware. I'll Google it. There has to be a way to do it. There really has to be a way to do it. But yeah, I mean, because there have been some good things that I wanted to share and some fun things. Compress the file? How? I'm not sure. So, yeah, I'll somehow figure it out. I'm sure. The boys are going back home tomorrow. I'm very sad about that. I loved seeing them. It was so wonderful spending time with them. They are such good kids, and they're a lot of fun to be with. I loved talking to them. I loved playing games with them. I loved eating with them. It was just great. It was really terrific. I wish we were closer geographically. It's not a PDF. It's something. Now, how did I do? I just it's a video file. So I guess it's an MOV file. I think I have to look, but it's a video file, and the video portion was a little bit too long. I know. I know. The grandchildren are just, they're a joy and they're a gift. Yes. Okay, take care. I will say hi to David for you, and I'm looking forward to spending a little time with him as he drives this crazy night away, heading up toward Seattle. So take care, everybody, and I'm glad we were able to spend this time together. I'll be on again on Sunday night. I'm going to do my darndest to try to get this stuff up and running for you. I don't want to say when because time is really getting away from me with everything that I'm doing, but I'll do the best I can. I can reduce the file and save it in another format. I'll look and see how I can do that, Patty. Thanks a lot. Take care. Love you too. And I'm glad we had this time together. I always feel like I want to break out in song when I say that. Take care, everybody. I'll see you soon. Good night. Yes, exactly. Good night.